Hello everyone. In this short video, I want to summarize what we talked about last week and what to expect next week. All right. So last week we started the class and we basically went through several technologies, including Canvas and the YD Plus, especially the YD Plus. By this moment, you should already explore the YD Plus and try out several features in the YD Plus. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and log on and browse around and see what are the features in YD Plus and what kind of resource available in YD Plus. It has not just the e-textbook, but all other features and resource like video, like solution. So you definitely need to spend some time on YD Plus. I saw many of you already spend some time, which is very good. For those who hasn't yet, please go ahead do that. Your first homework will be coming on Tuesday. It's on YD Plus, so you need to get familiar with YD Plus and know how to do homework on YD Plus. Okay. All right, so last week we also went through some math and probability review, and we have a couple questions left over, and I want to use this time to quickly go over them. Let's see. Let me switch the camera. And first, with this problem, we talked about combination, we talked about factorial, all right? So how to calculate a combination, okay? And what's factorial, okay? You should be familiar with those concepts because later on we'll use a lot of those type of calculation. And here I also want to show you that with the T84 or T83 most students are using, and how to find the factorial function or combination function or permutation function on those calculators. Okay, so if you go to math, okay, and probability, all right, and you will see NPR, which is for permutation function, and NCR is for combination function, and here is factorial function, all right? So for example, I want to calculate 8 factorial, so I push 8 factorial, okay? And you can see the solution here, all right, this number. All right, so if I want to calculate combination, so A choose 2, 8 combination function, choose 2, A choose 2. All right, so here 28 is the solution. All right, so that's how you use a T83 or T84, okay, and find the factorial function, find the combination function in this type of calculator. And we talked about integration last week. Those basic calculators will be very useful in 385. All right, and if you need to review the basic calculus, go ahead and review the the calculus. Okay. All right, and here basically is an example of discrete random variable. okay? Again, random variable always use a capital letter, okay, for random variable, and we use a lowercase letter to represent the value of random variable, okay? And this random variable could have value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? And those values, they are discrete, okay? So this variable is a discrete random variable, okay? And if any random variable whose value could be counted, okay, like this example, or either finite or infinite, is always discrete random variable, okay? And which also means that there is a probability of x equal to a specific value. Okay, there is a probability that x equal to 1 or x equal to 6. Okay, and that is in contrast to a continuous random variable. Okay, if you see a random variable can take value within a range, okay, it pretty much indicates this random variable is a continuous random variable. Okay, continuous random variable cannot take specific value, or the probability of this continuous random variable take a specific value is 0. Okay, and continuous random variable will take value in an interval. Okay, for example, if it take, let's say, probability of x greater than 3, so we take integration of its probability density function from 3 to 6. All right. And this question also asks you about, what's the value of this constant k? All right, and how to do that? The basic property of probability density function is if you integrate this function over the whole range of this random variable, so if you integrate it from 2 to 6, that's the whole range of this random variable, then it will be equal to 1. In other words, the probability of this random variable, the total probability, I would say, the total probability over its whole range, the total probability equal to 1. All right. So if we do the integration, pretty much you can find that k equal to 2. All right. And we can write down the probability density function now with k equal to 2. So density equal to 1/4. And remember to write down the range of this random variable, okay, from 2 to 6. How about when x less equal to 2 or x greater equal to 6? Well, this density function equal to 0. Okay? Now, this question, okay, you see that this random variable can take discrete values 0, 1, 2. So this random variable is discrete random variable. Okay. The question is what's the value for this m, a constant m, what's the value? Okay. Just like continuous random variable, the total probability should be equal to 1, so we take integration. And for discrete random variable, the sum of all the probability should be equal to 1. Okay, so we take summation. Okay, so you sum probability x equal to 0, probability x equal to 1, and x equal to 2. Okay, all those probabilities sum together equal to 1, so you can calculate m. All right, so that's how we find this constant for a discrete random variable. Last question is about giving you a CDF, cumulative distribution function. All right, give you this graph to figure out what's the cumulative distribution function. All right, cumulative distribution function is always an increasing function, okay? And it always increase to 1. because eventually the total probability equal to 1. All right, so from this graph, we can see that this function is continuous function, so this random variable is a continuous random variable. All right, so how do we find this function? All right, basically it's a linear function, so I write down fx. Remember, capital F means is CDF, okay, and the small f indicates is PDF. So capital F, CDF, okay, is a linear function, a plus bx. All right, so we have 2 points, 0, 0, and 4, 1. All right, with these 2 points, we can set up 2 equations and solve them for a and b. So we can find this function, a linear function. Okay. Now, from this function, how to find the PDF, the density function. Okay. Remember the density function is the derivative of cumulative function. Okay, so from here you can find what's the PDF. All right, so that's all for our quick summary and what to expect. What to expect in the coming week. We are going to talk about the basic concept of probability and starting with set, okay? And start with the set operation, okay? And we will talk about several techniques how to do counting, okay? That involve the permutation and combination, all right? And we will define probability and we'll learn several basic skill how to calculate probability. Okay, and I will see you on Tuesday.